Well, producer Simon Chin, you know, who done obviously lots of wonderful Oscar-winning films, I had worked with a couple of years ago, so we knew each other, and I was really wanting to do another project with him. And he called me up not long after the story broke, I mean really weeks or a month or something, and he said, look, I want to raise the money and make this film, are you in? And I sort of almost jumped up and down and said, yes, yeah, absolutely. I didn't, you know, there was no kind of, is this the right thing for me at this time? You know, it just felt, it was the perfect film for our time. And so, you know, that's how I, quite simply how I got involved in it. You know, and it's a very intense film. It was very intense making it. It's probably, I would have to say, one of the hardest things I've done. But, you know, so much more painful for the people who took part. And I just feel very proud that we were able to give them that vehicle, because I think what you said about it's one thing to read it in print. You know, one of the challenges we had at the beginning is, well, what can we say that's new? And obviously you can go where the access takes you. You can't tell the inside workings of the business story unless you have those people. There's a lot of people who have a lot to lose still talking about Harvey Weinstein. So we just thought, let's make a virtue of that, and let's talk to the people who are courageous enough to talk to us. And they were those women, and they were also the Miramax and Weinstein Company insiders, who I felt were also very brave to talk to us. So just going back to the thing of, you know, of why and how, I think it was the opportunity to put those stories on film, because print is, you know, there was amazing journalism that made this story happen, but when you're watching a film and you're seeing them speak and you see their faces, and, you know, in one woman's case, she carried that around for 40 years without telling anybody, and you feel a massive responsibility, but it's so powerful to an audience. I think they understand it better than reading an article. That feeling of, you know, this is not happening, it has not happened, and when it's over, I think Caitlin Delaney says, I will cut it out of me, and it won't exist. And I think just from talking to these women, but also many other women, victims of sexual assault, you know, friends of mine, people I've come across in my lifetime, many women, that is the predominant thing. That's you just want to put it away somewhere where it doesn't exist anymore, and that's why people don't talk about it, because also there's so much shame and guilt attached to it having happened, and the sense that it was your responsibility, all these ridiculous things, which is what people, women and men, obviously victims of abuse, feel. And it was really important for us to have that in the film, because I felt it was very central, and it kind of also answers the question why people don't, you know, hide it, why they hide it for so many years, because they feel they've been able to put it away, and actually bringing it up is very difficult and very triggering. So, you know, those women again were very courageous.